know what that is, but we're just rolling with it, especially since it's the middle of summer and I'm choosing to wear this. The joys of being human, I guess. So overnight snacks, Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer dropped, which is uber exciting because who doesn't love Justice League? Me. Sorry, it's one part of DC I never really got into. So like when they release movies about Justice League, I'm just like, cool. Who are all these guys? See, this is what happens when you don't read comic books. You just don't know anything, okay? So enough about me. So this is actually really interesting. I've seen a lot of pictures posted online and I'm just like, huh, okay, I don't know who any of these characters are besides the main ones. So cool, I guess. So we're gonna go watch this 2-minute 26 trailer and then we're gonna figure out what I think of it. And then hopefully what you think of it, which then you can tell me in the comments. Because I love reading you guys. That sounds weird. Ready? After Wonder Woman?
Almost like a premonition. That there's an attack coming.
Why is there an attack not coming?
There's only one flaw. I need warriors.
Was there any other Justice League?
Building an alliance to defend ourselves. How do you know your team's strong enough? If you can't bring down the charging bull, then don't wave the red cape at it. You were sent here for a reason. And even if it takes you the rest of your life, find out what that reason is.
Is that it?
We live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Batman?
I love how I didn't even care that Joker's in it. I'm just like, yep, cool. I'm done. But like, is that it? Like, no offense, Zack Snyder and everyone else that worked on it, but like, is that it? Really? Is that it? Like, the teaser trailer was more enthusiastic than this. So, I have like a love-hate relationship with superhero movies. Like, I love them. My first one was Batman, and I thought it was incredible, and I was like, yo, Batman's my man! And then I grew up and I was like, huh, right. Superhero movies all follow the same formula, and when they drop their trailers, they all look exactly the same. With the whole, I didn't know superheroes existed, or now is our time to fight for justice. It's like, okay, great, because like, that's your theme that you've had since like the comic books existed. But like, after a while, when you watch a lot of them, particularly when you binge watch different different comic characters, you go, you all follow the same thing. There is nothing interesting to you. That's probably why I'm not so hyped about Justice League. I don't know who came first. I don't know if it was the Avengers or Justice League who came first, but I'm just like, there's the parallels. I know that's probably a thing that was noticed when they were first dropped, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think what lets me down more is the fact that the posters were released, the images of Joker. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. We already knew Joker was in it. Well, guess what? He's in the trailer. So you kind of just ruined that illusion. And obviously a lot of people are like, so which part of verse does this Joker fit into? Like, does he fit into like the whole killing Robin thing, which I know a little bit about? Does he fit into the whole before he meets Harley, but if he meets Harley here, he looks like that when he met Harley? And then, so a lot of people are like, this doesn't make sense. To me, I feel lost, but like I said, you know, Justice League is one group that I never really followed as a kid. My first DC character was Batman, and that was it. That's all I watched until I saw Spider-Man. So it was Spider-Man and Batman battling for my attention. So watching Justice League, I'm just like, okay, so I know Batman, I know Wonder Woman, because I remember watching Linda Carter. Who the hell's everybody else? And then obviously we've had, you know, interpretations over the years. We've got Aquaman, Cyborg, Flash, Superman. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I'm just watching and I'm like, oh, it's okay, like, what do you want me to say about it? What do you want me to think about it? Because I really don't know either. I think also what doesn't help, and I'm saying this from my perspective, I don't know if others will agree with me, but from my perspective, there is too many different interpretations. Look, DC and Warner Brothers don't know what they're doing with these characters. You know, none of their universes collide together, and when they do, it makes no sense. Like, how many versions of Joker do you have? And then say, oh no, these don't relate to each other. So it's like, okay, well, then what's the point of having this version if it doesn't relate to that version? This is why I like Marvel to some extent. Marvel, you know, tries to mirror their TV shows with their movies, whereas DC's like, okay, so we're gonna have one actor for your animations, another actor for your TV shows, and another actor for your movies, and none of them are gonna coexist because it doesn't make sense. But I kind of want it to make sense. Like, I've seen some seasons of different shows. I've seen the first couple of seasons of Arrow, I've seen the first couple of seasons of Flash, I've seen the first couple of seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, I've seen, you know, Linda Carter as Wonder Woman, but yet none of these really mash together, except with the exception of Wonder Woman with that spoiler, and I won't say what that spoiler is just in case you haven't seen Wonder Woman, but if you have, because it's been out since December last year, so you'll know what I mean. Like, that's a nice little connection to each other. But I don't know, it's one of those things that I think DC and Warner Brothers really needs to sit down and go, okay, let's map this out. Let's map out our universe. Let's stop getting rid of actors. Let's stop saying none of these worlds collide, because now we're really confused. I've seen a lot of fans who are genuine comic book fans who have been reading comic books since they were a kid, who are looking at Jared Leto's interpretation of Joker and going, so what? Where? Like, there's Joker, but then there's which version does he fit into? There's this different comic book version, and there's that version, and so if they can't play along, then how are us non-comic book readers supposed to play along? We are generally just as confused. So I don't know. Knowing me, I'm still gonna watch it. It's a superhero thing. I like superheroes. I have like a whole DVD shelf dedicated to superheroes, which is now overflowing, unfortunately. So I need a new shelf, but I don't have room for it. So, you know, there's a lot of things that I'm just like, yes, I'm gonna fall into this trap because it's my comfort character. You know, it's something I grew up on, sort of. So let me fall in love with something that I'm gonna whinge about anyway. So they also said it's on HBO Max, which I don't have. I don't really know what HBO is, to be honest. But someone mentioned it's also going to be at cinemas. I don't know if that is because I have tried searching my local cinema websites and none of them have talked anything about Justice League. And apparently they think Justice League and Jurassic Park are the same thing. Smart move, cinema websites. Cool, that's a nice little universe that I would love to see mashed together. But you know, it's, for me, I don't know, I just feel it's really underwhelming. Like, all this hype for, okay? I don't know, I think, and that's another thing. When the first Justice League movie came out, we had all these characters who we weren't actually introduced to beforehand. So yes, we all were familiar with Batman and Superman. Yes, we kind of are familiar with Wonder Woman, but she didn't get her first movie until after Justice League. Aquaman didn't get his first movie until after Justice League. Flash, he doesn't even have a movie. So, And Cyborg, you know, who the hell's Cyborg? Like, I don't know, I think they should have taken a page out of Marvel's book and gone, okay, so we're gonna dedicate 3 movies to this character, 3 movies to this character, have them linked up, you know, just link each other up with like nice little Easter eggs, and then do a group movie, and then, you know, that sort of pattern. But I don't know, I don't work for Warner Brothers, and I certainly don't work for DC. I'm just a person who watches way too much TV. Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna go now, because my times just made me realize it's almost 11 minutes. Wow. This is what happens when I watch superhero trailers. I just dissect them, and it turns out really bad for everyone involved. Mostly me. So in that fact, yeah, I feel very underwhelmed, which would have been a nice simple thing to say instead of rambling on. But I don't know, it's something. It's a superhero movie. We're all gonna fall into the trap of watching for it, and then after it, we're all gonna fall into the trap of loving it, because why the hell not? It's superheroes! We love superheroes. Yeah. But on that note, I'm gonna go now. Yes. I don't even know what to say to that. Bye.